Hello, my beautiful Taurus friends. Let's get you guys a reading for July 2023. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. I couldn't choose which decks to use, so I just chose all of them. I mean, I actually have a lot more decks. But I just wanted more than less this month, and I thought, you know what? I can have whatever I want when it comes to my readings. So welcome, Taurus. Let's go ahead and get you guys a monthly read. All right, first energy here for you for the month of July 2023, the mouse and dandelion. I'm actually going to read from the book, Attention to Detail here. I actually don't know so much about this mouse card, so let me go ahead and read it and see what we've got. Yes. Oh my gosh. Pay attention to details. Be modest and patient. We all get wrapped up in the big picture of our lives from time to time, and we often lose awareness of small details and the signs that are being offered. Mouse is the mindful teacher who, in his humble and meek manner, goes about his business without need for attention or acknowledgement, but who also doesn't skip over anything in the name of expediency. It's the medicine for those who need order, presence, and focus, and who aren't attending to the trivial elements of their lives. Dandelion has a medicinal affinity for the liver and the gallbladder, so lots of cleanses, and is detoxifying for these organs and the blood. He's grounding and clarifying and assists in the practice of details and giving full attention to our lives. It is only from this place that we may hear and heed the necessary messages that are always offered and may learn to move into and live from our center. I don't always read from the booklets, but I'm just getting to know this deck, and they pair the animal with the plant medicine, so I didn't want to miss out on anything. But immediately when I saw this card, it's about attention to detail and really just being like, mice like to find little nests. They like to find cozy little homes, right? They like to take things in nature that they find and find these like really cozy places to just kind of be and live and do their own thing. They get into all the little details. And dandelion, I love that it called out the cleansing properties of dandelion, especially from the liver. That's a huge place where we can store anger, stored emotions like anger and frustration, and a lot of places where we can feel really tense. So clearing out our bodies this month, your body this month, to be optimal and tending to the little details of life. I like that because here in the Northern Hemisphere in July, it's usually a month where we can feel the most extroverted. It's summertime. A lot of people are on vacation or taking vacations, thinking about vacation, thinking about getting outside. It's the longest days of the year. So tending to all the little things could probably feel extremely grounding if you're in a time of real expansion. Okay, I just wanted angel cards this month, so I just needed angels. We all need some angels sometimes or all the time. So here's yours. Taurus just flew right out. Archangel Gabriel. So Gabriel is the archangel for communication, in this case, creative writing. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen, an article, or book. This kind of goes along with the mouse. I feel like attention to detail, whenever I get into journaling, it can be just like the brain dump, and it is incredible to me how effective that is. I never go back and read my journals. I know a lot of people use journals that way. For me, the act of just writing it all out and getting it out of my brain on paper is exceptionally clearing. Oh my gosh, and detoxifying process for my brain and the presence of my mental health. So as you move through July, just know that Archangel Gabriel is available to you, wants to be with you to help assist through your month. And see if you can use creative writing in general, just brain dumps, stream of consciousness, all that's going to be really helpful for you this month. Whoops. Okay, let's see what else is coming up for you guys. Oh, forgive. Okay, so a lot of detoxifying energy. I'm really curious to see what the reading brings up. Look at all of that water, choppy water there. This is really beautiful. I actually had a physical experience of forgiveness a few years ago where I really understood what it meant on a very physiological level. So to me, what I understood was, as I started to really say forgive, and I was thinking about a partner that I had broken up with at the time, or we went through a breakup, I was so angry. And I understood as I was like, oh, I forgive you, I forgive you, I forgive you. It didn't excuse the behavior that happened. It didn't excuse what happened between us, but it cut the burden of weight that I kept carrying about it, right? It didn't excuse the behavior. I wasn't getting back together with that person. I still have not spoken to that person since. It's not been a situation that created more connection between us. But by saying I forgive, I let go of the burden of having to carry any of it any longer. I just set it all down, and I physically felt it in my body. It was such a beautiful, it's probably one of the most profound experiences I've ever had. So forgiveness this month as a tool, as a blessing, as a way to give back to yourself. What kind of energy do you want to restore yourself this month, Taurus, in forgiveness, letting it go? And for Taurus, that can be a big one. I'm a Taurus sun, so hello. Hello, I'm a Taurus. I have a hard time letting go. It's really true. Oh my gosh, it's the biggest truth of all. And so that tool of forgiveness and of just consistently being able to remind myself, by letting go, I release myself from anything I don't have to carry. It's so lightening. And the thing is like, it's all for you. It lightened my own burden. It helped me feel better. It had nothing to do with the other person, right? They're just doing their own life. They have no idea what I'm thinking of or not thinking of in most ways. I know we're all interconnected and blah, 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 but anyway, I could talk about forgiveness all day long because it was so powerful, and I just encourage everyone, just like let it go. Forgiveness is amazing. The more you can choose it, the more you release yourself from past burdens. Taurus, let's get into your reading. Central theme for you guys this month, let it go, girl. 10 of Wands. This is like, let go of the burden, set it down. 10 of Wands is actually, it's overwhelm. It is exhaustion from so much exertion, from so much energy. It's also like traditionally it's like someone carrying a bunch of sticks on their back, like bringing in your fruits of your labor into market, right? So it's like you've worked really hard. This is the culmination of something. We're at the 10. There's kind of an ending here, and you're bringing it all home. You're bringing it all home. You made it to the finish line, but you are tired. You have a lot of burdens to bear here. There's too much energy, too much weight, too much excessive stuff going on, and it's time to set it down. The advice here with the 10 of Wands is like, who can you call to help out? Where can you have a good cry? When can you take a vacation? How can you lighten the load? Who can you call to like help you bring it in? What's crossing you here? Oh my God. The 3 of Swords, let it go. Forgive. I just said how much I could talk about forgiveness. I'm going to be talking about it like for the next, 20 minutes through this reading. This is incredible, Taurus. The month of July, please be focused on the little things, tending to yourself, creative writing, letting it all go, and really allowing yourself to grieve. Wherever the 3 of Swords comes up, it's not a foretelling of grief. It's an invitation to let feelings that are already there flow. It's a lancing of the wound. It's a healing. It's your feelings inside that are of grief, that are of sadness, asking to be witnessed so you can let it go. And oftentimes when I feel really heavy, when I feel very overwhelmed, I oftentimes need to let emotion flow. I oftentimes need to let the emotion go, and then I feel a lot better. So big month for you guys. Let it go. Let's see what's here in the foundation. What are you building the month off of? What's here in the subconscious for you? The Page of Wands in reverse, some kind of lost opportunity here, some kind of lost relationship. Page of Wands is about starting something new, creative, exciting, vital. Lots of energy here with the wands, lots of fire, lots of passion, and lots of newness, new experience, something you haven't done before, a new start to something. Yeah, something didn't go quite well here, and it left you feeling really upset. It left you feeling really confused. It left you feeling wrapped up and not understanding how to move forward into the next step of something. So if this was a breakup, if this was a relationship that started but didn't quite get going, if this was an argument you guys had in a relationship you already have but didn't quite finish, if this was like a fight someone had at work and it didn't quite get resolved, it's left you with a feeling of like not really knowing where you stand or how to move forward, or feeling very confused, feeling very obtuse, and not really quite sure who you are anymore. It could be kind of leading to like an identity crisis in a way. And that's great, because when you have an identity crisis, if you really allow the whole process to take over, you feel overwhelmed, you sit down and grieve it and cry, and you kind of grow into the next iteration of yourself, right? That really seems to be what this process is all about so far. What are you really focused on this month, Taurus? What do you know very clearly in your mind's eye you want to move towards, manifest? Gorgeous. The sun. You are so clearly focused on excitement, on feeling happy, on allowing this experience to bring you to the next new level of life, on living your best life. The sun is the most happy card in the deck, and it's the happiest not because it's just like the Fool is a happy card, right? Like the Fool is like the card running off a cliff. He has like no baggage. He has no concept of being sad. He hasn't had any experience yet, so he doesn't know any different. The Sun is the 19th card in the major arcana. The Sun knows every single way it's been hurt. It's been through hard times. It's been through joyful times. It's felt pain. It's felt strength. It's overcome. It's had luck. It's had dark times. And now we come out and we are so happy, because from a place of fullness, from a place of like understanding all of life's joys and pains. And that is an exceptionally more full happy than is the Fool card, right? So this is, you are focused on your happiness. You are focused on fulfillment. You are manifesting joy. You are stepping, and you get it, Taurus. There's nothing you can't do. Look at you go, Taurus. Like the Emperor here, just like, I will be happy. Something didn't work out here. I felt very confused. There is no way that I am not making this an absolute priority to manifest happiness, to see my way to my best life. This is so amazing, Taurus. The Emperor here, there is nothing that can hold you back from being your best self this month. You are focused on it, you are claiming it, and when we do that for ourselves, we claim it for everyone else. So love this journey for you, and let's see what's happening here in the recent past. 8 of Swords in reverse. Also love this for you because it's piggybacking off of this message, which says there was something that felt very confusing for you in the recent past, that you were like, no, I'm not going to be confused. I'm not letting confusion hold me back. Even if I don't know a clear answer, I'm going to choose to unstick myself. I'm going to take this blindfold off. There's some decision you made where you're like, oh, love this. I'm going to let it transform me, death. I'm going to let this experience have me. Fine, you win this time, but I'm not going to let myself be stuck in the confusion of it. I'm not going to let myself be stuck in this like dark eternity of not knowing. Great. I'm going to let it completely transform me. I'm going to let death take me and carry me on to new beginnings. Let the old die. And you are moving into here in the future. Oh, interesting. The Emperor in reverse. Not knowing, being totally willing to give up control, being totally willing to say, I don't know, and I'm willing to do it a different way. I thought I knew how to do something. I thought I was totally in control of my life. I thought my life was going a million miles in this direction, and I'm willing to give up all control, all structure, potentially even all resources and all my money. I'm willing, clarified by the 5 of Pentacles, I'm willing to feel out of sorts here in order to find my joy and my happiness. This is a really, really beautiful read, Taurus, because you are willing to step into the unknown. You're willing to feel your feels here. You're willing to look at how it feels to be left out and not feel in control of your life moving into the future, here in the near future, as a way to express your highest good, as a way to step into massive alignment. Let's see how you're feeling about it. The Hanged One in reverse. You're ready to come out of a waiting period. You're like, I've looked at this situation from all different ways. I have tried to figure it out. I've tried to talk to my friends. I have sat it out for a while. I have not called this person. I have not stepped into action at work. And this is really gorgeous. You're ready to step back into the game, and you are ready to do so with the help of spirit, really bringing you back for a second chance at life, at happiness, at relationship, at profession, at whatever it is that you're doing in life. There's something about this situation where you've really been sitting it out for a while. You've really been considering your options. You've really been taking a time out so you can consider all different facets of the situation. And you're feeling about this situation that you are ready to act, right? The recent past here has you saying, I'm not going to feel confused anymore. I'm letting death have me. I'm feeling all the feels. I'm ready to let go of my burden. I'm ready to step into all the uncomfortable feelings so I can move through them onto the next stage of life. And I'm ready to do so because Spirit has called me to it. The Judgment card says, it is time. Spirit is giving you the green light. There's something that's held you back. There's a way that you have felt dead. There's a way that you have felt disempowered. And literally, this is like angels giving you the horn here, calling you back up to life, calling you back into action. So you ready, Taurus. July is going to see you ready for this process of health and healing towards your ultimate happiness. Okay, people, places, things that are surrounding you this month. What is your environment like? Is it helping you, hindering you? Oh, really beautiful. Check out who you're spending time with this month. The Six of Cups is a soulmate card potentially, so you could be really surrounded by the sweetness of life when it comes to relationships, friendships, finding a lover, being in love. This could really be supporting you through relationships, friendships. Your love life could really be supporting you through a tough transition if you are feeling overwhelmed in another area of your life here, which I think you might be. 10 of Wands, 3 of Swords, no big deal. Six of Cups also really asks us to remember what brought you joy, what brings you joy in your life, especially when you were a kid. It's like the innocence, the joy, the innocence of childhood. Like, what just brought you joy for joy's sake? Not because it was going to make you money or not because someone else thought it was super cool, but what just like made you feel good? Who did you like hang out with when you were a kid when no one else was looking? You know, what did you do? Like, how did you just feel good? It's a card about feeling good. So in your environment around you this month, you're going to have opportunities, people, places, things that are going to remind you of how to feel good and just have a good time. Relish in relationships this month. Lean into friendships, lean into love relationships, lean into family. If you have kids, spend more time with them. And let go here of anything that's not serving you, especially if it's material. So that's really interesting because there's this there's this 5 of Pentacles here, which is kind of out in the cold. You could even be feeling like financially frugal or like you don't have a lot of resources financially. It feels to me like this is the, I live by the coast, but there's this thing that happens sometimes where you're hanging out by the beach and then all of a sudden like the waves are on the shore, right? They're crashing. And then all of a sudden like the wave goes really, really far out and you're like, what's happening? And then all of a sudden a huge wave comes in, right? A huge set wave comes in. So that's a little bit of what this 5 of Pentacles and this Emperor in reverse is feeling like to me. As you come into the future, as you move into this next period, Taurus, you might be moving into a time where you give up total control of your life and you really like allow your resources, your financial standing, your whatever it is, your social standing, you let the tide go out. You're like, okay, I'm going to let it all go. Maybe I need to spend a lot of money on a new wardrobe, or maybe I need to like let those friends go. Whatever it is to you that's like letting it out. It's like the wave's going to go way out, but the farther the wave goes out, the less you feel in control, the more you give up, the bigger the wave is going to come back in. Does that make sense? And that's very clear to me from the Emperor and the Sun here. You are so determined, Taurus, this month, that to be in very control of your happiness and that you are exceptionally focused on total regeneration here. So anyway, in the environment, people, places, things that are surrounding you this month, they're really going to encourage you to be back in your sense of happiness, your soul level well-being and joy and play. And it's also asking you to give up what no longer serves you. Like clean out your closet, let go of all possessions that don't bring you joy anymore. Make a donation. 4 of Pentacles in reverse says just give it all away. Make space for something new. What are your deepest wishes and fears this month, Taurus? 4 of Swords in reverse. You're excited. This is you feeling really excited to get back in the game. It's a little bit like the Hanged One. When we see the Four of Swords, it's about rest, it's needing a nap. And when it's in reverse, we're like, okay, I'm a little nervous to come back out into the world again. I feel really overwhelmed. I'm crying all the time. I need to do some emotional processing. But I'm excited also. I'm excited to like get to the next iteration of who I am. I'm really excited to like see who I could be on the other side of this transition, this breakup, this emotional healing I'm doing, this death that's happened in the family, this loss that I've experienced, whatever it is, Taurus, that you're going through. You're excited, you're nervous, and you are ready to get yours. Woo, girl. Justice comes about when we are really about to get what we deserve, and we are going to get what we've put in. So if you've worked really hard at something, be prepared you are ready to get the rewards of the hard work that you've put in, right? And if you haven't worked at all, but you're still feeling like you deserve something, well, it's probably not going to show up so much. Or you might, but I don't see this as being the case. You're excited to come out of a time of rest and to really be like back in the game again, back in action. And you're excited to see what the results are going to be from your action forward. Because you're taking some big action here, Taurus. The Emperor, the Sun, the 10 of Wands with the 3 of Swords. You're ready to like dive into a big hole to be reborn here with joy. And let's see how the culmination, how it all kind of wraps up here. The Lovers in reverse. Okay, so immediately this is saying like continue on the journey of the breakup. If you were hearing this as about a breakup or about a relationship in your life, the Lovers in reverse is the culmination, says you are on the right path. It is the right choice for you if you have gone through a recent breakup. Do not go back to your ex. Like keeping on, move forward. That is absolutely the right and most empowering, most loving choice for you. This is exactly what I was just saying, clarified by the Queen of Cups. Whatever this is for you, culminating in the Lovers in reverse, this says if there is a relationship that's been broken here or some kind of opportunity that you've lost recently that is relational focused, it's really empowering for you to continue on the journey of moving forward from that, moving on to what's next, grieving what you've lost and moving on. So it could absolutely be a relationship. This could be a divorce. This could be a breakup, but it could also be something in the professional sector, something in your family sector that could be a relational loss, right? Whatever has happened, the month is culminating in this real acknowledgement that that's happening and that it's good for you. You are in a good place facing this and moving on. You are going to feel emotionally supported. Your cup is going to be overflowing. There's going to be a sense of being incredibly in tune with your intuition, with being supported, with being loved, with being nurtured, and leading you right into your heart space in a way that is going to feel masterful and so good and so grounded in a way that you might not have felt for a really long time. So advice for you this month, Taurus, tend to the little things. And this is really good advice when things get really overwhelming. Like all of these messages, double down on yourself. Tend to the little things, which is going to help you with the overwhelm, and lean into anything that feels particularly detoxifying, whether that's a good cry, letting it go, whether it's like a liver detox. I think those are good to do in like spring and fall if you like really do them traditionally. But regardless, Dandelion here is reminding you like maybe it's time to do a juice fast or drink a lot of extra water. It doesn't have to be extreme, right? But that's going to help you cleanse and move on to the next level. Let it all go. Creative writing to me, like write about whatever's going on for you, but also it could just be a brain dump and then burn it. Whatever it is that helps you get it out of your system and forgive. That really beautiful reminder that just even actively saying, I forgive you, it's for you, Taurus. It allows you to move on. It allows you to be free of carrying the burden of whatever you've been carrying and let it all go. So I hope this is helpful. Happy July, Taurus. It looks like you're just working with some really big, beautiful pieces and you succeed wildly. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all works out for you. Sending you so much love. Thanks for being here.